And welcome to a very important surf report. I'm Chris McCleary, October 23rd, 2018. Welcome, and we're going to do things just a tad little different as I get things set up. We're going to start with the DreamBot, and the DreamBot is a collection of dreams. Why is that important? Because what everybody was thinking about, as we look at the memes in there, we can kind of get a general sense of what the collective mind is doing. Every action, every behavior you see out in the world starts by a thought. Even a reactory behavior starts with a thought. So this is why we do the DreamBot. And we have two memes from the dreams last night. We have in the red all about male lineage. Boy, kid, grandfather, father. So it's a very male-oriented lineage. On the blue arrows, we have just position orientation. Okay, work with me here. Those two words, by the way, are in this, but every other word kind of describes either a position or an orientation. Okay, rickety, slide, waterfall. Those all are kind of downward positions or orientations. Excellent, good, true, position, inline, rose, orientation, remain, full, moderate. So, in essence, the red is male. And what is the male dominant figure in the sky? The sun, S-U-N. You could argue that the red is also the sun, S-O-N, in these red arrows, but nonetheless. So, and then what are the blue arrows? Is position and orientation. So we've got the position orientation of the sun. It's amazing what these dreams are doing. And lo and behold, whoa, I didn't know I did that. Here we go. Lo and behold, we have the sun entering into Scorpio here. That's the sun's orientation. The sun's position changes from sign into Scorpio, is deep, intense, watery, emotional, very, I want to say the word again because it's important, it's intense, okay? Now, it also, to exacerbate these feelings, is going to oppose Uranus. Opposing Uranus is all about change and unexpected situations and forcing you to adapt. That's the main thing here. And so what happens, let's bring in numerology just for a couple words here. Watch my cursor. Senses are extra keen. That's just simply from Sun entering into Scorpio. Extra keen senses. And now with the opposition to Uranus, you're going to see on the outside. So you've got two things going on. You've got stuff on the inside, extra keen senses, and emotions and thoughts. But then on the outside, Uranus is stirring things up. So watch for accidents. Be careful today, by the way. Watch for accidents. Anything that forces you to change. Changing deadlines. The boss has you doing something weird at work, something different that you normally don't ever do. Or even getting fired from work, or getting a new job, or anything that makes you adapt. And by the way, you know, this little hint is that every day we have these situations. Life in and of itself is forcing us to adapt. But this is on steroids. When you've got opposition to Uranus, that's when it becomes much more frequent. Okay, now let's take a break and come back and talk about how to surf these energies. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We have a very important day, because this is the day that's going to make the boys into men, and we're going to do that, and daughters into women, okay? So let's not be too sexist here, but it all starts with the sun going into Scorpio and that energy forcing us to go deep inside in a flurry of intense emotions. And then you've got the changes on the outside happening that you're going to have to adapt to. This is going to be challenging, but it's very inspirational. It's very karmic. It's very pushing you towards your soul contracts. Okay, that's how we're going to do this. Now, it's going to be really interesting when you see these changes outside, or so maybe something bad happens, or something that makes you struggle or get irritated. It's going to be really interesting to see how you handle that, because all these changes aren't just haphazard and just accidents. There's a plan and a purpose for all these things, and a lot of these are forcing you out of an old pattern, an old unhealthy pattern, hopefully, and it's moving you into something much more positive and forcing you to improve your life. Now, some of you will slide back into old patterns. We call this relapse, particularly drug abusers or people in recovery. They might end up relapsing because they can't handle the stress of all this change. And so we don't want to be doing that. And we don't want to be getting into unhealthy behaviors. Watch today, pay particular attention to how you adapt to the changes. Because we got a twofer here. We've got the changes on the outside and inner emotions on steroids. So it's lighting up the inside of you in the mind, in the body, in the heart, and all the chakra system. So be aware of how your behaviors are enacted today. So for example, when something weird happens on the outside, are you just going to meander about and try to avoid it and start an argument so that you can leave and go use a drug or use alcohol or do something unhealthy? So or eat a sugary food. You know, this is our comfort zone. Stay away from comfort today as best you can, because it's not going to be comfortable. I think the whole day is just not going to be comfortable. If you can get in that mindset. And then one more that's very, very critical is this thing called gratitude, and where a Pollyannic orientation kind of pretends that things are okay when they're not really okay. But you can always choose to be grateful. And the reason why we can be grateful for all these is because of this, is that it's maturing us. It's pushing us towards our soul contracts. So if you can constantly eke out some thank yous before this day begins, and you'll probably see the silver lining in all of the changes that you're going to have to adapt to today. So I hope that helps you. If not, great day to see a counselor. And you all have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Or not. Where's the My Hot button? There we go. Have a good one.